Hello everybody! I'm getting a late start today on my stream, so I do apologize. And also I have webcam off because it is, it's late and I had a very long day. I'm a little tired, but I have art to do, so let's hop right in. Tomorrow should be a less busy day, so I'll probably have webcam on and all that good stuff for you guys. Also, I finally figured out how to get OBS to have my activity feed now, so I can properly thank people if they follow me or donate bits or anything of that nature, so I won't be missing anything. Also, hello, Babone, welcome. I know you got to be up really early tomorrow, so, I do apologize for getting such a late start. Since I got to do 4 sketches, I want to, pre-sketch them out beforehand. So, tonight I am doing sketches for Borgrius. He paid 400,000 WoW gold for me to draw 4 of his characters. These are just simple sketches for 100k gold each. So we have 2 Night Elf brothers, Thalastrian Darkbow, and his brother Thalraziel Darkbow. And then we have a Worgen, William Blakely. And again, these are just really super quick. I literally just, took my reference images and just trace the bare bones, and then I'm gonna do my magic, to bring out all the detail of the characters. And this is a sketch from the last time I did sketches. So I always feel guilty about the tracing part, but man, it saves me so much time because it just gets everything right where I need it to be. I don't gotta worry about the armor, especially this armor. It was really complicated. I could barely understand what was going on, but it looks like a bunch of spider webs, and I really have no idea. I don't know what this armor is, but it's pretty ornate. So again, when it comes to World of Warcraft characters, tracing the screenshots people give me just saves me a lot of time and a lot of headache, because half the time the armor is the thing that's the most troublesome. So this is the armor, and I'm guessing these are spider legs and spider webs and stuff, or this is supposed to be a spider. I mean, it's definitely spider themed, So, yeah. But, yeah, so there's that. But anyway, let's start with the first character, though. So the Demon Hunter. I gotta zoom in so I can match the color here. Boop. We're doing this nice wine red color. And Borgrius is in the Netherlands, so he is not online at this time. And I don't know, I have no idea what his time zone is right now either, so. But I'm gonna do all the sketches, and I hope he likes how they come out. And usually he's not picky at all, so I'm not really too worried about it. And here's the reference for this one, as you can see. I basically gave all the characters a little bit of a smirk, a slight smile, just so they have, something going on with their facial expression. Alright, so we're gonna tidy up some of these lines here. Just go in and add more detail. Also, I hope everybody is doing well tonight. It's actually kind of exciting having my videos on both YouTube and Twitch now. So I actually got to see, yesterday's stream on YouTube, and some YouTube person left me a nice comment. think they just wrote like cool drawing or something like that. But I'm like, oh, this is cool. So it's, you know, what's great about making content for YouTube as well as Twitch is they call it evergreen. It's basically, it's up there forever unless, you know, for some reason YouTube takes it down, but you know, those videos are going to be up there so that people can find them years later. And my hope with streaming to YouTube as well as Twitch is, of course, to, you know, grow my following, you know, get more people to come along and stumble upon my work and find me. And hopefully from there get like more commissions and more support, get more people to join my Discord server, grow my community. You know, it's all about trying to expand and not be stagnant. Like I want to keep going upwards and onwards. Let's see. Hello, Kaiser Dragon. Let's see here. Looks like Legion gear. Maybe. It could be. I don't know. I like asking those characters with blindfolds on. How many fingers am I holding up? I always thought the lore about the demon hunters and how they see was kind of funny. Because it's like, you know, I get that they can see demons and stuff, but like, how do they see everything else? You know, if they clawed their eyes out. Like, is that a totally silly question to ask? But it's like, how do you... like, you know, my character's not a demon, so how do you see my character? You know what I mean? Like, it's just magic, you know? Just magic. Like, when I first started role-playing Demon Hunters, I honestly had no idea how to go about it. It's like, am I supposed to be blind? Like, do I stumble into things, but I can only see, like, fell energy or demonic things? Like, I don't know. I basically just played it like, yeah, my character can basically see. She just has magical demon hunter-y vision, so, yeah, whatever. Yeah, whatever, it all works, you know? Yeah. So we're gonna get nice and detailed. Oh yeah, I should probably get some, like, music going, too. Hold up, my folks. I'ma get you some royalty-free music that won't get me in trouble with the YouTubes. I will do that. Royalty, copyright free. Bam. Let's see. It's a mix, right? Free music. Organic Guitar House. Top 500, no copyright, 12-hour chill gaming mix. Okay, we're gonna go with that one. I don't know if any of it's any good, but a lot of it is like dubstep, techno-y stuff for some reason that you always hear in these videos. Like, I don't mind that kind of music, but like, I can't listen to it forever. Like, my favorite kind of music, as you guys know, is like the super orchestral, dramatic, like fantasy soundtracks with like female vocals and stuff. Like, just the powerful, moving kind of music, soundtracky stuff that you hear in like fantasy games and movies and stuff. Like, that's the kind of music I just like listen to all the time because it gets my creativity going when I hear that kind of stuff. Yeah, I love it. The techno stuff, not so much, you know. But, you know, it's free. If they had some good free fantasy music that sounded like the kind of stuff I like, that would be nice. But I'm also picky about, like, instrumentals and stuff. Like, I hate when they use synthesizers instead of real instruments to try and, like, replicate, like, a choir, like, vocals or, you know, certain instruments. It just sounds really tacky and bad. So, you know, like, my ears are very picky. I like real instruments. They sound much better than just synthesized, auto-tuned stuff. Anyway, that's my little music rant there. So, let's see here. So, Borgrius, he purchased all 4 of my gold sketches for the month. If anybody is interested in having any sketches done for WoW Gold, it is 100k per sketch. For simple sketch. If you want a deluxe quality sketch with all the monochromatic shading and what have you, that's 400k. And I only do 4 gold sketches per month. Any other sketches have to be paid for with money as a commission. So I will be taking 4 gold sketches for next month, December. And anybody who wants to part with some of their WoW gold is free to do so, and I will get you booked. And, you know, you'll be ready to go. So feel free to come and give me your gold, because Amma needs it. Like, oh my, I had like almost 6 million gold, and I gave a bunch of it to Mike, and then he pretty much just stopped playing WoW, so that was like, boo. You know, I gave him money to gear up his character a little bit, and then he immediately got bored and quit WoW. So I felt kind of bad. I think he did pay me back for it, though. Well, he added it onto what he owes me. Because I was like, dude, I literally just gave you like $100 worth of gold. Like, I did 5 sketches for that money. That was a lot of labor. So he definitely will pay me back for it. So yeah, I blew a lot of gold trying to help Mike. And then I also bought a couple of pieces of gear when I was trying to get Slime Cat, because I needed to get my eye level up to be able to do all those raids. So a lot of my gold went. And also I finally went to Nazmir and bought those frogs. I bought all the frog mounts because I kept forgetting. I'm like, I want those frogs. And they're outrageously expensive. They were like 300,000 gold each, so altogether it was almost, I think it was like 900,000 gold altogether to buy all of those mounts, which is insane. I don't know why they were so expensive, but, you know, it is what it is. But I got my mounts. Alright. Hello, Chompette. Leveling in Vashjir. Oh, nice. I actually really liked that zone back in Cataclysm. I thought it was really cool, like being able to, you know, be underwater, get your sea legs, and the whole Naga thing, and that ancient, gigantic creature, and you get to, like, go inside of it, and I just thought that the whole zone was cool. Although it's funny because, like, I remember back in Cata days, people used to complain about it a lot. Like, oh, I hate Vashj'ir, I don't want to do it anymore. Like, I don't know, it didn't bother me none. I thought it was creative, you know, it was something different than the usual questing zone. Plus, I really love like fish and sharks and undersea stuff, so I thought it was fun. Our third floor of our tower dungeon has us in Nazjatar. Cool. Man, are you guys excited? Dragonflight is coming out so soon. I'm really looking forward to the 15th. And then the actual expansion comes out on the 28th, I think. So I'm just like, something new to do, yay! I'm definitely looking forward to like new quests, new story, just new stuff, you know? It's that lady. Hi there, it's that lady. Welcome. Do I know you? Are you like from my server? Are you one of Chumpet's friends? I'm always gonna assume everybody's a Chumpet friend. Like, I don't think I've seen you before. I don't recognize your name. But welcome. Chompet, is it one of your friends? Like, everybody that comes in here that I don't know, I'm just like, it's one of Chompet's friends. All my people in bed and they're either EU or tired. Oh, okay. I can definitely relate to the tired part. I had a busy day today. I got up early, like, I got up at like 8 in the morning, and then, because Bibble was bibbling, like, hardcore, you know. And also it was freezing. It went from being like 70 degrees to being 40 degrees, so I woke up really cold and I was getting like leg cramps because my window was open and the cold air was blowing right on my leg, so. And yeah, Bibble was just being annoying because she's like, Mommy, wake up and feed me now. And then I had to go visit a friend because her birthday was yesterday, so I gave her her birthday gifts and hung out with her for like an hour. Then I had to go get my dad and take him grocery shopping. Then when he was all finished with the grocery shopping, he decided he wanted to go buy a laptop because his computer finally died, like the hard drive fried. So yeah. I pretty much got Mike because he's the computer guy, and Mike helped him pick out a laptop and then helped him set it up. So I didn't get home until late. I wasn't able to start my stream at 4 like I usually do. And then, of course, with all these sketches, I had to set up my reference pictures. I had to, like, pre-sketch everything just to save some time. So, and then also we did our raffles and our giveaways in the Discord server today. So, let me give a shout out to our winners, actually, because that was awesome. So Shades won the $20 sketch giveaway. Brenda won the $40 deluxe sketch raffle. And Alexionis, he bought 5 raffle entries and didn't win, so he decided to generously commission me for a deluxe sketch anyway. So he donated $65. So big shout out and thank you to everybody who participated in the raffles and the giveaways, and I will be doing these giveaways and raffles every single month. So, ooh, somebody turned me into a Murloc. I love it. I'm a Murloc. It's the best. So yeah, like, you guys will always have more chances because I'm going to be doing the giveaways and the raffles every month. Yeah, I guess you did, Kaiser. Sorry. So, let me just kind of explain how the raffles and giveaways work in case anybody has any confusion about it. So, every month, starting on the very first day of the month, I will announce in the special events channel, and also the announcements channel. I announced it in both places. That if you're a supporter rank or higher, this is like a perk for people who are supporter role or higher, people who've commissioned me, people who've given me tips, people who've given me gifts in World of Warcraft, gold, pets, mounts, whatever. This is basically like my way of doing something nice for my supporters, kind of like a patron perk sort of thing. So you have to be supporter role, commissioner role, or absolute legend rank to be able to enter these giveaways. And if you're not, it's super easy to do. I mean, like I said, if you just gave me, gold or something on WoW, that counts. Or like people have gifted me artwork. They've done like fan art of Amma or something. Like anything, any kind of gift or kindness given to me counts towards supporter roles. So it doesn't necessarily have to be like monetary stuff. But yeah, so on the first day of each month, I announce the giveaway, and basically all people got to do is just post in the special events channel. They just got to post their character's name and reference pictures of the character, and they're entered. And then by the 8th day, we draw a winner. So, like, everybody who enters has a chance. We use, like, a random thing, like I don't know what you call it. It's a program, basically. We put in all the names, and the program draws a winner out of everybody that entered. So it's completely random. We don't play favorites or anything. It's all luck of the draw kind of thing. And then we announce the winner, and I pick a day to do the sketches. Now for the raffle, for the $40 deluxe sketch every month, the raffle is basically when we hit $40, I draw a winner. But I'm thinking what I'm going to do, because I kind of jumped the gun a little bit this month, is, I want to have a chance to make more than just $40 on the sketch. So I'm going to, leave the $40 raffle up all month. And by the end of the month, we'll draw a winner. So that way more people can enter, and I don't just end the raffle as soon as it hits $40, But $40 is the bare minimum within the month for me to draw a winner, because it has to equal the cost of a deluxe sketch as a commission. So essentially it's just an opportunity for multiple people to all pool together to pay for a deluxe sketch commission, and one of those people will be lucky and randomly win. But today, I got really excited because Alexionis purchased 5 entries and completed the $40 thing. So I was like, all right, let's draw a winner now. But I should have extended it to the end of the month so more people could have entered and I could have made more money. But, this is my first time ever doing raffles, so yeah. You should use the giveaway bot. You don't have to do anything. We'll automatically select all those that engage with it. Yeah. Wheel of random. Yeah, Mike is usually the one who selects the winner. I don't know what program he uses, but he always posts up the screenshot of it so people can see who won, sort of thing. But yeah, next month what I'm gonna do when I do my $40 deluxe sketch raffle, I'm gonna leave it up all month. So even if it hits $40, I'm gonna give more people an opportunity to enter, and also raise up a little bit more money. And then at the end of the month I'll draw a winner, and then I'll do the artwork sometime within the first week. Like when I do the giveaway winner sketches, I'll do the deluxe sketches too. So I'm gonna be doing the giveaway and the raffle sketches this Saturday, which is usually my day off, but I'm going to sacrifice a day off to make art for people. It's all good because it's like I figured, what am I gonna be doing on Saturday anyway? Just being a bum on the couch watching TV, you know. I don't really have plans. Like I'm not planning to go anywhere or do anything special, so I don't mind, you know. Don't mind putting in a little bit of extra work. So yeah, it should be fun, and I like that, you know, this new system is a little bit more engaging to the community, and again, it's a way for me to kind of like give back to people who support me and all that good stuff. So, and not this week, but next week, I'm going to be starting my Chibi WoW sticker project, which was voted for by my patrons on Patreon. I only have 3 patrons right now, but if anybody is interested in becoming a patron, let me get a link for you guys. Basically, my Patreon is only a $1 a month tip jar. But I have a channel in my Discord server for my patrons only. They're the only ones that get access to it. What my patrons get as a perk is they get to vote on the art that I create, and they also get early access to that art. So when I start my Chibi sticker project, my patrons got to vote on what characters I'm drawing, and they get to see that artwork a month before I post it publicly anywhere. So that's basically what I'm doing, you know, for the Patreon thing. So let me grab that link right here. So yeah, if anybody's interested, it's only $1 a month. Because, like, honestly, because I work so much and I do so many commissions, I don't really have a ton of time to, you know, do what a lot of other artists do with Patreon. Like I know some artists, they post up like video content, they mail people prints, they do, I don't know, they do all kinds of stuff, and I'm just like, I'm just keeping it simple, you know. It's $1, you get to vote on what art I make, and you get to see it early, and that's it. Easy peasy, but you know, it's a start. It's a start. Also, hello, Nora's World of Art. I saw you were the one who commented on my video from yesterday. Thank you so much for your nice comment. I appreciate that. Like literally yesterday was the first day I've ever streamed on YouTube, so I'm super new to the YouTube streaming game because I've always just streamed on Twitch, but my fiance helped me find a program called Restream, and it lets me stream on both Twitch and YouTube at the same time. So I was like, why not? You know? Get more people to see what I'm working on. And if anybody has any questions about anything, or, you know, you just want to chat or, you know, whatever, ask me anything. I'm very open. I'm an open book. Like, I've been drawing a very long time. I'm an old geezer. And I somehow stumbled upon doing a lot of World of Warcraft art, so this is what I draw a lot. I really love what I do, honestly. I know my fiance's always like, don't just do World of Warcraft, you gotta expand out and do other things, and he's not wrong. But, like, I'm not gonna lie, I really do enjoy drawing WoW characters still. Like, it hasn't gotten old for me. You know, despite having drawn, like, 600 portrait sketches of WoW characters, like, I'm down to do more. Always down to draw more elves and stuff. I'm gonna save. Also, I do apologize, everybody. I don't have the webcam on tonight. Just because, like, you know, I got started really late and I didn't feel like dressing up and stuff, so I'm just kind of being ultra casual. So, I will do webcam tomorrow, though. I promise. You're so talented. I know it takes time to get to that sort of skills. Bravo on keeping your patience with that. Thank you. Yeah, I've been like drawing my whole life. I don't know, it's just something I always really loved doing. Um like I know my mom said when I was a baby I would like draw in her books and on the walls and on the floors, and eventually, you know, she started to tape paper to the walls and stuff because I was like destroying everything. But the good thing is my mom always encouraged me to draw. She, you know, she never got upset about it. Like I even drew on like the outside walls of our little house that we were renting, and the landlord got really mad because I used permanent markers. So, but you know what? In my view, I made the house prettier and I increased the value of the house because someday when I'm famous, those little marker drawings on the side of that house is going to be worth something. Right, right, right. Oh, I don't know. I'm probably never going to be like a super famous artist. And honestly, I don't really want to be. I just like, you know, I'm not out for fame. I'm just out for like making a living. And I'm doing that. So I'm pretty much living my dream. You know? Like the dream of being able to pay the bills and buy groceries and feed my cat from, you know, doing art and not having to work a 9 to 5 or in my town the only jobs there are is like food service and retail minimum wage jobs, and man, I did that. Been there, done that. Nearly like a decade of those kind of jobs, and I just hated them. Like they were misery for me. So I'm really happy that, you know, I get to do the thing that I have always wanted to do. And here we are, drawing World of Warcraft characters and streaming and meeting people and just having fun, you know, doing something that's absolutely enjoyable. And it doesn't feel like work, it just feels like fun. Unless I'm drawing a character that's really complicated, it makes my brain hurt, and then maybe it feels like work. But you know, you're always gonna get one of those, like those really difficult commissions that are stressful because it's just hard. Or you get like a client who's super picky and they stress you out because they're like breathing down your neck and telling you to change every single line. Like I'm not saying that being a, you know, freelance artist is super perfect all the time. It definitely has its downsides, but you know, I would not trade this for going back to like Panera or Home Depot or any of the other jobs I used to work. Oh my god, Chumpet, I shall give you more braids. Like, no. Everybody who's like watched my streams knows I suffer with braids. Like I'm just really terrible at drawing braids. Why you so mean? I don't want to draw braids. Let's see where we at here. Just checking up the chat. What was your first official drawing that you made? Nora's World of Art asked. What do you mean by official drawing? Like, what does official mean? Like if it, like as an art commission or something? I don't know. Uh-oh, you said it went quiet? Hang on. Can everybody hear me? Can you guys hear me? Just checking. Oh, okay. Okay. The first drawing you made. I actually have the very first drawing I made. At least I assume it's the first drawing. But I drew Snoopy and Woodstock when I was like a baby. I don't know why, but my mom saved it. And she said it was like my first drawing, so... Maybe one of these days I'll take a picture of it and I'll post it up in the Discord or something. Because I do have it. It's downstairs in one of my portfolios. But yeah, apparently Snoopy. That was my first drawing. But, I started posting my art on the internet back in, like, 2006, I think, on DeviantArt. Actually, no, before DeviantArt, I was on, like, Fan Art Central. That website that has, like, a cat mascot. So in case you guys are wondering, you know, anyone who doesn't know me here, I am 36 years old, so I have been drawing for a very long time. And I did go to college for art, which, you know, I'm going to say right now that was totally pointless. I mean, I learned some stuff, but it wasn't really worth it. Just throwing that out there. Like, if anybody's ever thinking about going to art school, my advice is, like, what kind of art are you looking to do? And probably you shouldn't. Like, you could just be self-taught and learn from, like, Skillshare and YouTube videos and save yourself a lot of money. And a lot of jerk teachers. So, just saying. Anyway, that was a rant. But, like, yeah, I've been drawing a very long time. And yeah, art school was terrible. Oh, it was so bad. And it wasn't even technically art school specifically. I went to a liberal arts college, so I was forced to do, like, a lot of different subjects, not just art. And that was stressful, so it's like I had to be in the art studio from, you know, like 8 hours a day, and then I had to write, like, a 20-page essay. And then I had to, like, study for, you know, math tests, and it's like, why? Why do I have to do all of this? I just want to be an artist. It was a lot. Let's see. I hope this stream's working better for you, Babone. I don't know why it's skipping. I hope the quality's okay for you guys. Let's see, I'm gonna scroll up the chat here, just see if I missed anything. Let's see, Super Jules, just seeing what you guys said. My mom got mad at me, they got a new car, and I took a rock and decided to draw on the bright red new car. Oh, man. Kids, they do the darndest things, don't you know? I do tarot, haven't gotten big with it yet, but it's something I adore and have fun doing. Oh, that's awesome. I've never had a tarot reading done, but that sounds like it'd be really fun. You should have fun with what you do, it's your life after all. Totally agree with you. Okay. And then Nora's World of Art asked another question. What is your favorite thing about art? That's a good question. I think my favorite thing about art is being able to take what's in my head and make it so. Like, you know how there's that Picard from Star Trek, make it so. Like, that's always been the thing, because when I was young up until now, like, I'm always imagining things. Like, I have characters in my head, I have stories in my mind, scenes and stuff. It's like I'm always kind of creating movies and stories and things in my head. And with this ability to be able to draw, I can actually like design that character. I can draw that scene. I can see what's in my head and make it real and then show it to everybody else. So I think that's my best answer for that, cuz it's something I've always loved to do. I love drawing characters. So, thank you for asking all these questions. I love it. Gets me thinking. I love my Murloc costume. Oh, it's so cute. Like, whoever put this on me, bless their little soul. Look, there's 2 hyenas down there. 2 little goblins. I love how the Murloc's doing like the, I don't know, the finger snapping kind of dance. That's cute. Let's see. Alright, so now I gotta do the little sketchy lines and I gotta write his name and I gotta sign it. I'm gonna sign it first. We'll just do that. So for these sketches, they're pretty simple. Like, they're supposed to be fairly quick. Honestly, these sketches are supposed to only take like a half hour. This one is at 42 minutes, probably because I'm like yapping and stuff, but you know. They're supposed to be fast and sketchy because they're sketches. And I post all of them on Instagram and DeviantArt. Took forever to get them posted on DeviantArt. Holy cow. What's your favorite step of drawing? I like line arts. I like inking line arts a lot. Like, that's my favorite thing. Because for me, like, I like things to be neat and tidy, and I like to be able to, like, fix mistakes and make things pop out and look nice. And I feel like I could do all that in the line art stage. It's where I really get to perfect things and also just get crazy detailed. I really like to lay in all the detail, like drawing all the lines of the hair, wrinkles in the clothing, thick outlines. Everything about line art is my favorite thing to do. So yeah, line art is the best. And even though this is a sketch, I still tend to get very line arty with it. My actual clean line arts are way cleaner than this. Like, I'm really persnickety. Like, I have to make sure every line tapers perfectly. Like, not a single line out of place. Like, everything really, really neat and tidy. With sketches, I'm a little looser about it. But a lot of people, they look at my sketches and they can't tell the difference between a sketch and a clean line art. Even though I look at it and I'm like, what? You don't see how messy this is? This is so messy. Only I can see it because the OCD, I guess. I don't know. You should ask me what my least favorite thing to do is, because I'll tell you, coloring. Like, oh god, coloring is just, it's hard. Like, I like coloring and I hate coloring at the same time. Because it's very time consuming, especially like doing the color flats and doing color holds, and just, I don't have the patience for it, but I have to do it anyway. Do you prefer paper or online? I honestly love both. I miss doing traditional art because when I'm streaming and I'm doing commissions, like, that's all anybody wants is digital art. but like if somebody commissioned me to do like a Copic drawing, I would easily be all over that. Like I actually have a camera over my art desk for doing traditional art and I can stream it. But in the past 2 years since I've been streaming, nobody has ever wanted traditional art. Everybody wants digital art. It's pretty much like expected, you know. Even though like people can see in my galleries, I have a lot of like watercolor, Copic, marker, Prismacolor pencil stuff, but nobody ever requests me to make that kind of art, so I don't. And when I have free time, I'm usually too burnt out to do my own art with traditional mediums, so the only time I really get to touch them is when I'm teaching private art lessons and I go to my student's house and we get to bust out the markers and the watercolors and, you know, that's the only time I really get to use them anymore. So, wink wink, nudge nudge to all you guys, like, how about commissioning some traditional art from me? I promise it'll be nice. And, you know, I could even mail you the actual, like, original if you want, you know, to own a hand painted, hand drawn, colored piece of art. Just saying, just throwing that out there. I love coloring, especially online. Yeah, like when it comes to coloring, like I said, it's like love-hate for me. Especially because when it comes to digital art, I always felt like with coloring, I had a lot to learn. I'm a lot more comfortable and better at it now because, you know, I've done so much art over the past 2 years that I've gotten an immense amount of practice with coloring. But I always feel like my coloring is just not amateur level, but not advanced either. Like, I feel like I'm intermediate when it comes to coloring. So I'm like in between, you know. Because I look at other people's art, and that's always, you know, the problem. Like, I go looking at artists on Instagram and this, that, and the other. And then I compare myself to other artists, and I'm like, oh man, they do that way better than I do. What was that sound? I know it was a notification. Weird, my activity feed is not showing me anything new. If somebody like followed or something, I don't know. Like, let's see. All artists have different tastes of style. Absolutely. Let's see, I'm gonna check out this. I just got told. I heard like this sound and I was like, what was that? Anyway, what was I saying? So, like, for me, I guess the epitome of art skill that I wish I had was to be able to, like, digitally paint. Like, you know, like League of Legends, Blizzard, Wizards of the Coast, like Magic the Gathering. You know, really nice oil style painting, you know, splash art that they use on character screens and stuff like that. You know, I wish that I could paint like that. But I always just fall back on cell shading and like anime style coloring because that's what I've always done and that's what I know best. You know, that's what I feel comfortable doing and I do a decent job at it, but I wish I could paint so much better. And one of my favorite artists was ADR, Ada de Ridder, and she's from the Netherlands. I really love the way she painted because she uses color like nobody's business. And also, I liked Sakimi-chan's older works too. And I say older works because, like, you know, the route Sakimi-chan has kind of gone down over the years is not really my preference. Like, I feel like the color in a lot of her paintings has become more and more desaturated. And I liked it more when she did original stuff and not just, like, fan art pinups. When she did, like, fantasy art and drew, like, mermaids and different things. I really, really liked her experimental stuff. So that's the kind of stuff I have favorited from her on my DeviantArt. And her colors were so much more vibrant and absolutely stunning. But now Sakimi-chan mostly does, you know, not safe for work stuff, and she does fan art pinups of characters from like every single thing that's trending and popular. Like, I don't know how she keeps up with all of it. But her art is still really masterful, and her painting is incredible. Like, I can't even fathom how, you know, she does what she does. Not to mention she makes like $40,000 a month, so Sakimi-chan is very successful. Let's see, do you prefer acrylic or watercolor paint? I definitely prefer watercolor. Because for me, acrylic paints or any kind of opaque paints like oils and stuff have always felt way more challenging to use. Because it boils down to that whole thing of knowing how to paint. And because I've always been more of a cell shading kind of artist, like watercolors have always worked better for me to do what it is I want to do because they're more translucent, so you can like layer them and whatnot. Whereas with opaque paints, you have to really understand light and shading. And I don't know, something about opaque paints is just harder for me to do. Like, I can do it, but it's just, it takes more time and more patience. Watercolors are faster, and I've always been one of those like expedient kind of people. I like my work to get done fast, and I've always worked fast. So I use faster mediums. Good questions. I like this. Thank you so much for asking me these questions. This is great. Gonna get ready for bed. Alright, thank you so much for watching, Babone, and I hope you have a good day tomorrow and get lots of rest, my friend. You take care now. Nice watching you. Thank you. Alright, I gotta write this character's name. This sketch is pretty much done. So, Thalastrian Darkbow. I'm gonna write his name up here. Thalastrian. I've got to make sure I spell everything right here. Darkbow. There we go. By the way, Nora, what kind of digital art program do you use? Like, do you draw on a PC or a laptop or a tablet? Like, do you have drawing tablets? Do you have Photoshop or Clip Studio, or do you use Procreate or something? Just kind of curious, like, what do you use to make digital art? There's so many options these days. See, I turned the tables, like, now I'm asking you questions. Just doing a few more thicker outlines here. I like my thick, meaty outlines. Also, I rotate the screen because drawing curved lines is tough because your wrist only bends so far. So for any artists out there, I highly recommend rotating your screen while you draw because you'll get much better results and you won't risk carpal tunnel. Like, the biggest thing you gotta protect when you draw is you gotta protect your wrist. And when I draw, I move my wrist very little. Like, I mostly move my hand and my elbow, and I try not to use my wrist too much because I don't want to have pain. Especially when you gotta draw for long hours. The less you move your wrist, the better. So, pro tip for anybody that is, you know, an artist and draws for very long hours. Also, I could say pro tip, take breaks, but I don't really do that so well. Like, I should be better about it. Take breaks. I'm one of those, like, I'll just draw for 5 hours straight and I'll only have, like, one break to go to the bathroom or get a drink or feed the cat. It's not a good thing. There we go. This one is done. Pretty much. There we go. I'm gonna send this off to Borgreus and then get started on the next character, who is this character's brother. I swear my guild members should know by now not to let me have hours to myself on Epsy. I change, update so much stuff when they do. Yeah, it, like, you know, you remind me of me when I was, like, really into Second Life. Like, I would be on Second Life, like, all day, just building stuff, editing stuff, making things, you know? And Epsilon, like, definitely reminds me so much of Second Life. With the amount of administrative ability you have to just edit stuff endlessly. And I think that's probably why I haven't made an Epsilon account, because I know it would consume my life if I was to let myself get into that. Like, it absolutely would. I would just be making, like, custom transmogs and building my little dream village and stuff, like, all day long. The town center has been bothering me. It was so blah. We've been wanting an arena, so the town center is now a fiery, snowy arena. That sounds cool. You should post pictures of it in, like, either glamour shots or video games. Like, take screenshots of your stuff you've made. Because I'd love to see what you've been working on. Probably glamour shots, maybe. I'm not really sure, because it's like... Glamour shots is mostly pictures of people's characters and stuff, but I think it could include, like, landscapes and stuff, so that probably would be the best channel to put it in. Like, I should know, it's my own dang channel. Alright, let's save this. File, save. We're gonna send this boy off. I am satisfied with this sketch. I believe it is done. Alright, we sent the first sketch off to Borgrius. We got 3 more to do. Hopefully I could get them all done tonight. I spent an hour on this. I'm only supposed to spend a half hour per sketch. Bloody stuff, you say? I mean, you could post it in there. You just gotta, like... I mean, I don't know. If you feel like it needs to be censored or something, you can, but... like, how bloody are we talking? I mean, this is World of Warcraft here. It can't be that bad. Like, what do you have, like, impaled bodies or something? Like, what dark things are you hiding, Chumpet? Yeah, we do. Oh, dear. You're funny. Oh man, this sketch is gonna kill me. Maybe I should zoom in on it more. It's just his armor is like... just complicated. Let me see here. Move that up in the corner. Let me crop some stuff here. just gonna leave the reference where I could see it, because I know, like, this is all chaos to me. My brain is like, "Eee." I should probably zoom in more for this sketch. Like, I shouldn't be drawing that much detailed stuff, so let's, like, make my life a little easier. Cut out the bulk of whatever's going on there on the chest armor. Tee-hee. Taking a shortcut. That makes... I mean, like, I like the skull on the shoulder pad, but... yeah, it's just too complicated. Maybe what I can do... I can move this over a little bit. Because I really want that skull in there, so I'm going to move it over a little. And then... there we go. So it's in there. That's just one of those really nifty little elements of the armor that's like, I really like that skull. I want that skull to stay. Now I'm going to move this shoulder over too a wee bit. Just move it in closer. That's the one thing about the WoW shoulders, is they're way far out, like wide apart. I have that problem a lot with orcs when I'm drawing them. Like, if I'm drawing an orc zoomed in, you can't even see the shoulder armor at all because there's so much space between the shoulder and the pauldron. Like, look at this here. Look at how much empty space is right here. Somebody could just take their sword and just stab him right here. Like, this shoulder thing ain't protecting nothing. He's so far away from the shoulder. Man, this armor is just chaotic. It's all over the place. This is gonna be a much messier sketch than the other one, for sure. Like, very messy. That's okay. I mean, sketches are supposed to be messy. It's just I'm OCD and I don't like messiness. I have a hard time with that. Alright, here we go. Am putting them in the video game because the description for the channel says screenshots of games. Sure, that works. That works for me. Like I said, glamour shots is basically mostly just character pictures, I feel like. But the video games channel is good. I think, you know, Mike is the one who usually, like, if people were spamming video games with a lot of screenshots all the time from stuff, he'd probably say put it in glamour shots, but, you know, just because he doesn't want it to break up conversation around video games. Like, people have a lot of chit chat in that channel, so usually in video game channel the screenshots pertain to whatever the conversation is regarding a game. So maybe, yeah, actually maybe post in glamour shots. That's because that's really more of just a screenshot channel in general. One of these days I'll get this down. But yeah, glamour shots I think would be better, because then it's not interrupting conversation about whatever. I mean, usually they're just talking about WoW lore. But yeah. pooping on the WoW lore. Man, this sketch is messy. Well, that's how it should be. Like, it should be quick. Quick, 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 quick. Keep having to tell myself that. Like, it doesn't have to be neat and perfect. That other sketch took an hour. There's no reason for that to take an hour. That was a simple character. So this is me letting go of my perfectionism right now. Just like, I don't care if there's lines everywhere and it's a mess. Like, I still gotta get through 3 more sketches before the night is over, so I have to work quicker. Alright, let me see your screenshots. Wow. Dude. That looks cool. So is this like Warlords of Draenor stuff, basically? Like Frostfire Ridge? Town called Sinfell with petrified tundra. That's cool. Wow, this is really nice. It must have taken forever to position all those different bottles and vials and stuff on the shelves. Like, you have some serious patience. Very cool, though. Looks really good. I want to see the bloody stuff. Show me the gore. Ooh, I like that roof with the icicles and the chunks of ice and frost on it. Cool. Wow, that looks like a nice little RP tavern. That's very reminiscent of, like, the way the taverns look in Elder Scrolls Online. With the bar and the tables for dining and everything. Ah, you have a helper that helps you build. Cool. This is gonna be the new tavern for Sinfell when the one now burns down. Wait, what? Oh, dramatic. That looks amazing. Oh my god. How long does it take to put these things together? Because that's really good. Dang, girl, Blizzard needs to, like, hire you to make stuff in the game. Like, just give you all the assets and be like, here, go to town. Create these environments. Wow, 3 days. That's really cool. $10. That's not too bad. It's a lot of work, though. Like, holy moly. Come home from work, do another 10 hours of work. You are truly dedicated. Well, yeah, see, it's like, it's not work for you, it's fun. And that's what's important. Like, as long as you enjoy what you're doing, that's the main thing. Oh yeah, totally. It's like what I said earlier when that Nora asked me about, like, what's your favorite thing about drawing? It's like the ability to bring something to life, to make something from my head a reality. Like that's what's got to be so satisfying for you about building an epsilon, is like you get to create all these different environments and housing and taverns, and create places where people can role play and really immerse themselves. So that's got to be pretty rewarding. People will pay people to build something for them. Oh wow, I didn't know that. Like, what, do they pay like real money? Or do they pay like WoW gold? Oh, that's awesome. Does Epsilon even have gold, like, currency in it? Because I would think that it would be pointless because you can just have everything you want and you can just, like, give yourself, like, 1 billion gold. Oh, you're always maxed out. I see. God, I wish I could be maxed out in WoW gold. 9,999,999. Give me all the things. $99,887 gold. Aw, my Murloc costume wore off. I'm so sad. Right now in WoW, I have 2,762,934 gold. Like, I'm still rocking a nice little pile here, but I had way more. I feel like altogether I've probably had like 7 or 8 million gold from like the past 2 years of doing sketches for people. But I have spent a lot of it. Like, I've bought mounts, I've bought transmogs, I've bought gear off the auction house to be able to access content. I spent a lot of that gold on Mike, like giving him stuff. Yeah. I have spent some gold. And of course, all of this happened after Longboy was removed, so I do not have a Longboy, and I'm sad that I will never have one. Oh well, what can you do? Oh, cool. You can create actual items. I have a necklace in my necklace slot for armor I made. That's awesome. It's orange for legendary item. It's called, I'm not going to pronounce this right, Kalnenstra's Blessing. It's a necklace given by a red dragon Cal for 2 lovers wishing to be together. Grants +2 to your defense roll for 2 rounds. Can only be activated once. Aww. Just call him Cal. That's really cool though that you can do stuff like that. That you can make things like that. It must be good because it's teaching you something about, I think, WoW game developing too. To some extent. Like how they make things in the game. Maybe, I don't know. I've never, like I said, I never played Epsilon, but yeah, it's like teaching you developer stuff. You learn coding. Yeah, that's really cool. I was kind of learning stuff like that when I was playing Second Life. They called it scripting, like when you add scripts into objects to make them do stuff. And I would only be able to do simple stuff like particle effects, moving textures, things like that on objects. But I never, like, learned more advanced what have yous. Mostly I was into just building, like using primitives and like morphing 3D objects into whatever I want and texturing them. That was the kind of stuff I was learning how to do in Second Life. Let me grab a video to show you. New add-on we got allows us super macros. Huh. What's a super macro? Create my own. Oh, you can make your own Hearthstone effects. Oh, that's cool. Ooh, alright, let me see. Oh man, that's cool. That's awesome. I gotta say, you got mad Epsilon skills. 3 spells I used and the command to teleport to my phase in 1 macro. Ah, that's how you did it. That's really neat. Man, I'm just so, like, making up whatever's going on with this armor, because it's like, I honestly have no idea what's going on with this armor. I'm leaving it. This is like probably the messiest sketch I've made in a while. I'm just like, I don't know what's happening with this one. Alright, I think I'm ready to do the sketchy lines. I've only been working on this one for 26 minutes, and because I'm staying so loose and messy with it, it's like practically done. Because I'm just like not worrying about perfectionism because I don't really understand what's going on in his armor. This is one of those armors that's too complicated for my brain, so I'm just gonna like keep it easy. Did someone say coding? Yeah, Champette is like learning coding. Like, from playing Epsilon, she's learning WoW dev stuff. And she just posted a bunch of pictures of all like the buildings and stuff she and one of her partners created for Epsilon. That's pretty impressive, I gotta say. Like editing together all of that from the, the assets from World of Warcraft, making all those environments and custom hearth and everything. Like, yeah, it's pretty cool. We are impressed. You have to type commands just to do select something and delete it. Oh my god, that sounds so tedious. I don't think I'd be able to handle that. Like, if I don't have some kind of menu with, like, just things I can click, I'd be like, I don't know what I'm doing. That's not really coding so much as it is interactive with the API from the sound of it. But I haven't seen what it actually looks like, so who am I to say? But I know that, like, Mike is definitely into coding. Because he makes websites and stuff. Like, I look at his codes and I was like, what does any of that do? I have no idea. How does this even work? How do you comprehend this stuff? Like, it's all Greek to me. Like, coding is not something I could ever get into because it just, my brain doesn't understand it and I wouldn't be able to. It's like learning a whole other language, you know. Only it's a language that just is gobbledygook. Bless you. The more advanced stuff I don't touch. I've seen people take blank canvas things and put texture to it. People have made custom buildings. Wow, that's cool. Hit write some code. Only I know what this does. 6 months later, only God knows what this does. I did have a custom patch for my Nova. She had the actual scales on her arms, legs, cheeks, and stuff. That stuff I don't touch. My RP partner can do that. Oh yeah, that's creating skin textures. Like, I know how to do, like, texturing things. Like, you need a template. Basically, like, all of these blood elves and, well, every character in WoW has, like, a template for their skin. And these templates look pretty weird. Like, I can actually show you my Second Life ones, but actually I probably shouldn't because they're naked. Like, the skins are naked. So there's boobs on there and nipples and stuff. Maybe I could open up just the face, like the head texture only. Not the body. Because that would be safe for me to show on the stream. Let's see if I could even remember where the heck this stuff is. Reference Second Life. Creation templates. Textures. Skins. If I could find just a face. Okay, there's the body one. We're not opening that. I just want to find the face. Here we go. This is a really bad example, but I'm going to open this up anyway. So this was from a witch skin that I made in Second Life. And yeah, this is basically how, I mean, I don't know how the World of Warcraft skins are, but this is what stretches over the 3D model. So, yeah. Like, you see how the ears are in a weird place, you know, because it like wraps around the 3D model. I can't show you the body stuff, obviously, but yeah, texture mapping. There you go. And I'll try and show you what this witch looks like when it's actually, you know. I made this outfit and everything, and I really had a lot of fun. Like, I drew these little pumpkins, and I made the shoes and all that. I didn't sculpt the shoes, but I textured them and I added the bows. Like, I made the bows and the lace and stuff. And I made this hair. I made the hair from scratch. I actually like made the textures and the prims, and that just took like forever. So I was learning how to do some game development stuff from Second Life, just, you know, building up characters, making stuff. Like, I sculpted this hat, and, you know, I think for the dress here, I probably like Googled, you know, a corset, and I took the texture from the photo I found and I put it in the game. And then I added like lace and stuff to it. So it's been so many years since I did stuff like this. Like, eventually I just gave up on it and I haven't touched it in a very long time. And I don't think I'm ever gonna get to do that kind of stuff ever again because I couldn't compete basically with, people using 3D modeling programs, and the texturing was getting a lot better. Just everything was getting way more professional, and I was trying to, sell my stuff in Second Life, and my stuff started looking like garbage compared to other people who are using like Maya and Blender, and I'm just like, okay, it's gotten too hard for me now, so I'm gonna move on. So I stopped making things because I just, I didn't really have the patience to learn all these programs, like how do you make sculpted prims, how do you make mesh, you know textures and 3D models, and it was getting to be like a little bit more advanced than I was willing to learn. And people like stopped buying my stuff after a while because it's like my stuff just looked so crappy compared to like all the new fancy schmancy stuff that was on the market, and I just could not compete anymore. Which kind of sucks because I was making like real money from Second Life. Like, I remember one time I cashed out like $1,400 from people buying stuff in my little shop. Like that witch costume and whatever. People would buy my outfits, my hairs, my skins, all the different kinds of things to customize their avatars. And it was nice. I was doing great for a time. I had a shop and it was called Otaku Designs. And I was doing well. Until, people started getting better at everything than I was. Let's see, what's IO say here? Look, congratulations, you reached 100 messages today with the real stream chat. Well, that's nice. Very nice. The way WoW model texture mapping works is that different sections are mapped. The chest and pants are actually only mapped on one side, then flipped on the other side, which is why they're symmetrical. Oh. Additionally, when you put on boots or gloves that are a different shape of your hands or feet, that's what's going on with your character's body, is morphing to be that shape, so you actually kind of have a boot-shaped foot with a texture slapped on it. Huh. That's pretty cool. See, with Second Life, like when I make boots and 3D items, they basically like you attach them to your avatar, so your avatar's not really morphing to them. Ew, I like that. Yeah, so that person clearly like edited the skin texture. Here's a texture map from a main character from GTA 3. Look at that face. It's so weird looking. Texture maps are so tricky. Like, I would have a really hard time with them in Second Life. Like, when I was doing skins and stuff, like, the hardest part about texture mapping is, like, not having seams. And if you're gonna have seams, make sure they're in a place where you're not gonna see it, like, behind the ear or like under the chin, like tucked away somewhere. But you're always gonna have seams, which is frustrating. I wonder like if in World of Warcraft we can see where the seams are. Hang on, I'm gonna like check. Boop, boop. Like if we can see where. Let's check under Amma's chin. I can't really zoom in that far, though. That's the problem with WoW. Maybe, well, I don't know. I don't see any seams. But they're there. It's just so flawlessly blended. Like the on her arms, the seams are probably where these dark shadows are, but it's blended well enough that it wraps around and you can't tell. Actually, I kind of see it. Right here on her forearm, I see a seam line. Could just be the lighting, though, too. But yeah. It's a thing. Modern games do that now, but WoW is not a modern game. Yeah. Things like storing half a texture for armor is because you only had so much memory to store textures when PCs back in 2004 only had 256 megabytes of RAM at best to work with. Well, that makes sense. Yeah, so they had to basically come up with a lot of different shortcuts to save space, so yeah. That makes good sense. By the way, it is possible to do seamless textures. It's tricky and it's kind of an art, but it's doable. Favorite is low-res textures repeating. Fly anywhere in the vanilla zones and you'll see the grass and mountain patterns repeating. True. It is hard to do. Like, you can do it, but yeah, it is tricky. I can tell you, making seamless textures in Second Life was definitely the bane of my existence back when I was making skins and stuff. And, like, texturing clothing and what have you. Like, I would have to upload and re-upload, like, 1,000 times to get things right. This is almost done. Definitely a much looser, much messier sketch than the first one, but that's okay. Had to speed it up because I was taking way too long, like I was going too slow. Alright, I'm gonna write his name and get this one sent off. Then I'm gonna take a little short break just because I'm feeling kind of thirsty, kind of hungry. I'm not entirely sure if I'm gonna finish all 4 sketches tonight just because I am like really tired, and midnight is definitely my cutoff point, so like if I don't finish the rest of the sketches within the next hour, then I'm just gonna pick up where I left off tomorrow before I work on my art commission stream and just try and get them done. So ain't no shame in not being able to finish everything in one night, because I got a really late start today. Some days are like that, you know, just life happens. You gotta do stuff. So I'm not gonna beat myself up over it if I can't get everything done. Her dad did something we didn't expect, so that's why. Yeah, like I was literally running on time. I was gonna be home on time to stream at 4. And then my dad sporadically decided today's the day he's finally gonna buy a laptop to replace, you know, the old computer that finally went kaput. So it's like, alright, well, I guess I'm gonna drop everything I'm doing and take him out to Staples and have him pick out a laptop. And then Mike had to help him set it up, so by the time I got home it was already like 7 o'clock. So, and I didn't get started streaming until like 9 because I was starving. I needed to eat dinner, and I needed to get my computer up and running, and I had to also like get my reference pictures in and do my little pre-sketch thing. So it was like everything was working against me today to be able to start my stream on time and be able to get everything done that I had to do. Alright, just gotta write his name on here. The next one after this is the Worgen, and that one is super duper easy. So that one should be a piece of cake to finish. But yeah, this guy, he just had like really crazy armor. Like it just was like, look at this. Like, what is even going on? Like, I can tell it's a spider armor, spider motif, and these are webs and stuff, but this is just chaos. Like, how do I draw this? Just, yeah. So, yeah. And the first one didn't have any complicated armor, but I went really slow and I made it super pretty and crisp and really neat, so that's why that one took so long. It's easy when all the devs did was draw half of it, yeah. Not easy for me to draw when I have to draw the whole thing. Let's see, Val. dark bow. Draw half, copy, paste, flip horizontally, mad profit. I mean, I could have done that, but like when I was tracing over the screenshot, I still couldn't really make heads or tails of what I was tracing, so that didn't really help. Like, when I get complicated WoW armor like that and I trace it, like, it doesn't always make sense. Like, I don't know what I'm looking at and I don't know what I'm drawing. So I pretty much just kind of wing it. Like, whatever this is that I drew here is literally me winging it. Yeah, it looked kind of blurry. Yeah. Like, it's hard for me to make out exactly, like, is this thing on his chest a spider? Are these legs? Are these, like, webs? Like, I don't know what this is, so I can't make heads or tails of it as I'm drawing it. So I just pretty much was like, you know, whatever. I'm just going to focus on the big shapes. And, you know, wherever I see a shape makes sense. So I'm just going to go in and do shapes and, you know. Like, that's as good as it's going to get. It's just a bunch of shapes. Alright, I'm going to save this one and get it sent over. Maybe Blizzard will upscale the old textures one day. I don't think they will. I don't know. That would be like a lot of work for them. And you know, they don't want to do a lot of work. Alright, so we got 2 characters done. Next up is a Wuggo. Very simple Wuggo. Let me get the reference picture of him in here so you guys can see what the Wuggo looks like. Like, again, I just, like, before I started the stream, I just went in and traced real quick just to get down the proportions and what have you. And then I go in and I add all my own detail and flourish and whatnot to make the drawing look good and not like just a cheap trace of something. But yeah, this is who we're drawing next. Very simple, nothing complicated here, thank God. But I am gonna go take a quick break to put some food in my belly, go to the bathroom, rest my eyeballs, and I will be back to draw a Wuggo. And then the last guy I gotta do today is a Void Elf. I might just finish him tomorrow. Like, probably just off stream, like maybe when I wake up in the morning, I'll just, you know, get it done, send it out. But yeah, I'm gonna try to at least get the Worgen done tonight, and then I'll call it a night. Cause I be tired, yo. I'm so tired. You can't spell Blizzard without 3 letters from lazy. They would have added the Y, but they're lazy. Hee hee. Alright, here we go, guys. I'm going to take a little break. I will be back, I promise. am back. And I'm gonna try and finish this Wuggo. First things first, this eye here is like totally whack. I do. I do apologize if I'm being very quiet, by the way. Mostly just because I'm going on my 16th hour, you know? Like 16 waking hours in the day. Because I woke up at 8 a.m. this morning, so I'm like, in less than a half hour, it'll be a full 16-hour day, and my brain is already like ready to shut down. It's like bedtime. So, whatever little tiny bit of focus or energy I have left, I'm just trying to put into the drawing, you know? So, I do apologize if I'm not being like super talkative. I'm just going into sleepy mode. What's this? You must be tired after today. Let's go to sleep. I am strongly considering it. Like when I went downstairs, I had a little bit of a snack. I had some cheese and I was feeling a little lightheaded. It's like my body is telling me, like, you're done. But you know, I keep pushing myself because that's what I do. It's like my body is like, stop, go to bed, you've done enough today. And I'm like, no, I didn't finish all my sketches. I need to try and get at least one more done. And my body's like, well, I'm gonna make you dizzy and have vertigo and feel nauseous and terrible. And I'm like, damn you, body, I'm just trying to get my work done. Hello, Savannah. This is just me having an internal monologue about how tired I am and how I'm trying to fight the tired just so I can finish one more sketch. But it's like I know I probably should just go to bed. I'm just a terrible workaholic, man. If you're still up by 12 a.m., you will be relentlessly duck attacked until you get off of your computer. This is William Blakely. So all the characters I'm drawing today belong to Borgrius. So this is what he looks like. So he's mostly black with like white chin hair and white chest hair and little like white fur under his eyes. Yush. Like basically today all the sketches I did are all for Borgrius because he paid me 400k gold to literally buy every gold sketch spot for the month of November. I didn't post any of them up yet though on the Discord, so this was the first one. And this was the second one. And we're working on William Blakely. And then the fourth one is going to be his Void Elf guy. Which, I don't know if I could pronounce that name. Kraelethis? Kraelethis? Voidvale. Let's just call him Krell. How about that? So many people's Worgen use black, white, brown, he says hypocritically because alumnus. I have a white Worgen. Like, he used to be, like, the gray and white, like, kind of husky colors, but then when the white fur pattern came out, I really liked how it looked, so I went with that one. But every time I ever made a female Worgen, I always ended up deleting them because I think they look stupid. I just do not like how the females look at all. Like, the males look good. They look like menacing werewolves, you know, the way they should. The females just look like derpy, furry mascots that you'd see in, like, a baseball game or something. And they got, like, really big, cartoony eyes, and they don't look menacing or threatening. They just look kind of derpy to me. They're not giving me werewolf vibes. So every time I've ever had a female Worgen, I just couldn't stand looking at her and I had to delete her. It was even worse in Kata when they had the really dumb snarly faces. I mean, they've definitely improved the female Worgen faces, but they're still not what I would prefer. I'm very picky about my werewolves, for real. Like, so picky. I will be right back real quick because I feel like this pimple on my upper lip and it's driving me insane. I can't stand it. It has to go. Alright, I'm back. That hurt so bad. Like, oh my god, that, like, I tell you, there's a lot of nerve endings on your upper lip, because holy crap. Much ouch. And it was so tiny, too. It's like, how does something so little hurt so bad? Like, the pore is so itty bitty, it's smaller than a pinhead. Alright, now, let's see here. Doing all his little wuggo fur. Get some wrinkles on his clothing. At least this is a simple character, because man, after like the armor of the last one, I'm like, I really need a simple one. Oop. But yeah, I'll definitely finish the fourth character tomorrow before I do my commission stream. And speaking of commission stream, let me have a look at my schedule and see who's up next. Because I don't remember. Ah! Tomorrow is Brenda's character, Ban, from Star Wars. It's like one of those big hammerhead shark looking dudes. I have no idea what their species or race is called. Because I don't know much about Star Wars. Yeah, he's like a sharky looking. You know, his eyes are like way on the side of his head. And he's got like a big mouth full of lots of teeth. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I'll show you guys. Let me grab the reference picture. And I'll show you what I will be drawing tomorrow. You get like a quick sneak peek here. Here it is. Copy image. So here we are. This is what we're drawing tomorrow. His body is very, I don't know. It looks like he's melting, you know? It's really weird. A flesh raider. Ah, okay. Well, that is gonna be what I'm doing tomorrow. Mike's like, what the hell is that? See, I don't know a whole lot about, you know, Star Wars, so I've only ever seen the first three, like, the three original movies, and that's, like, it. I think I did see some of, like, Rogue One, kind of idly, while I was at a friend's house. I wasn't really paying attention to it, it was just, like, on TV. But otherwise, I don't know much about Star Wars, and I just never been really interested in it. It's just not my thing. I'm a Star Trek person, more, really. Yeah, I like Star Trek. Like, I watched more than halfway through Next Generation. I watched all of Deep Space Nine. Me and Mike have been watching the Lower Decks. Speaking of Lower Decks, are there any new episodes? Or is it like, is the season over for now? Let's see. Apparently they're natives of Tython, the Jedi planet. If he says it's hammer time, I will flip a table. If you flip a table, I will flip a duck. Put it on his bill. Hee hee. I discovered something we both missed in Lower Decks. Really? What did we miss in Lower Decks? Was it like a reference to something, or... Because it pays pretty good homage, you know, to Star Trek, so... Talin? We have somebody called OP Waffles. I like your name. Who's Talin again? Because I don't remember. Remember that one episode with the Vulcan girl on that Vulcan ship who everyone was like, she's out of control despite being super calm? Yeah, yeah. Is that her? Because I don't remember her name. Like, literally only saw her in one episode, so... So, what about this Vulcan person? She shows up at the very end of the last episode. She was the one who becomes Tendy's medical partner. Yeah, I know. I saw that. So, like, what about her? Get to the point, man. I didn't realize it was the same person. Oh, well, I did. I didn't remember her name, but. But it's cool they're bringing her back. It's nice to see some Vulcans in the show again. Vulcans aren't really in Starfleet for some reason. You'd think they would be. Maybe because they're not emotional enough. So maybe their decision making is somewhat impaired because they're too logical. And that's why they're not in Starfleet? I don't know. I'm just spitballing here. Just being a nerd. Because sometimes you have to make an emotional decision on things, you know? Especially for the Prime Directive and all that, you know? They'd be fantastic at engineering. Also, they have their own Starfleet. Well, true. They would be really good at engineering. I like that episode where, like, they tried to take all the engineers and, like, force them on a vacation to relax because they were all overworking themselves. And they ended up working the whole time they were on vacation. That was funny. And the captain stresses herself insane, yeah. She, like, had a total mental breakdown because she couldn't get them to relax. It was funny. A Worgen! Yosh, it's a wuggo. A floofin' woofer. A floofin' woofin'. Oh my god, I only got 8 more minutes before I get duck attacked into oblivion. I gotta draw faster! Floofin' woofin'. A subwoofer. Why do you call a Worgen baby a subwoofer? I'll see myself out. Yeah, Mike said he was gonna duck attack me into oblivion if I'm not done by midnight. It's like 11:53. I'm scared. Like, I need to get this finished in like less than 10 minutes or I'm gonna get duck attacked. How's that for a tight deadline? At least after having a little snack and everything, I don't feel as bad. Like, I kind of got a bit of a second wind. Got some, calories in me. So I feel a little better. Only thing that would make me happy is if she added duck attack countdown. Oh my god. Oh god. I don't even know how to do anything like that. You could make one though, you're smart. Make me a duck attack countdown that I could put on my stream. See, he knows how to do this kind of stuff because he knows coding and whatnot. You're smart. Use your smirts to make my stream better. I used to have a counter. Cool. Did you code it yourself from scratch? Oh my god, 5 more minutes till I get duck attacked. He's probably gonna duck attack me anyway. Like, even if I finish this before midnight, like, I'm doomed. Aw, he coded it from scratch. That's awesome. You are much talent. Wow. I don't know how to code at all. Like, I look at your code and I'm like, I don't even know what I'm looking at. This stuff makes no sense to me. He's gonna duck attack me and he's gonna scare all the YouTube people and they're gonna like they're gonna like run away. Like, these people are messed up. Like, Twitch is already used to this nonsense, but this is all new to YouTube. So for all you YouTube folks, whoever might watch this video 10 years in the future, you're gonna learn something. My fiance is obsessed with ducks, and he duck attacks me while I'm streaming. You don't know what a duck attack is yet, but you will know in 3 more minutes. Oh god, I'm scared, guys. 3 more minutes. There's no way I'm finishing this in 3 minutes because I still gotta do the sketchy shading lines. I gotta write his name. I gotta sign it. Like, I can't do all that in 2 minutes now. Only 2 minutes. I mean, I made a valiant effort, but yeah. Finish up tomorrow. I probably will. I'll just lump this in with the other sketch and just get them both done. Before we go out to have lunch with my dad, I think I'll get them done. I'll just do them off stream. I'll send Borgrius a message, just let him know, like, I had a really busy day and I couldn't finish all of them today. He'll understand. Sometimes that happens, you know. I just had, like, a lot of obligations today. Oh god, one more minute. Oh my god, 30 seconds. 30 seconds and then I'm duck attacked. God help my soul. Unless you stop. Okay. So if I just stop, you won't duck attack me. But see, you built it up now, so everybody's gonna want you to duck attack me. I didn't build up crap, you did. Well, you said you're gonna duck attack me. But I did stop drawing and I saved it. Like, I'm not drawing right now, so. I'm gonna end the stream and then you can't duck attack me. So I'm going to bid everybody a good night. Thank you all so much for watching. Bye bye. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Ciao ciao. Bye bye.